Silhouette man. You gonna go try a new stand?
Gotta mix it up. We're gonna split up. Go find the deer.
We're gonna start to cover more ground and split up today, guys. We've got, it's our second day of hunting. B-Mac is gonna be down in this coulee kind of to the, north of the house? North of the house. I'm gonna go sit the stand where we went yesterday just because it's a pretty decent spot for a left-handed shooter. So, good luck, man.
Good luck to you, man.
How's that bagel, man?
A little dry, but good.
Alright, we'll see you guys. Alright, let's go, guys. We're gonna climb up in the stand. Don't forget to film some stuff.
Got you, dog. I got you.
Alright, guys. It's about 7:15. I'm in my stand all set up. Like I said, Brian and I are gonna split up, so I've got everything set up to do like a self-film. I've got my tripod arm, which I'll put this camera on. My bow's ready. I've got the Canon 70D ready to go, and of course my head camera.
Well, I made it to the new stand location. I don't really know what it looks like. It's pitch dark, but I can hear a creek. I've got a creek on one side and a spring on another side. The stand's pretty comfortable. It's a double wide. Not real high, but it's on like a hillside. I'll give you the tour later. Off the roost. They are initially off the roost. I don't have a turkey tag. I don't even think it's seasoned, but it provided some good entertainment in the dark this morning. They're making so much dang noise. Maybe they'll walk by me, who knows?
Wow, it's about 10:30 now, and today was dead, man. I haven't seen a deer at all. Hardly even saw a squirrel. Seemed perfect. Seemed just like good weather, good wind coming down this coulee. But nothing moving my direction. I heard from Brian. He said he saw 3 does this morning and a bunch of turkeys. So looks like a strikeout. I might sit here for another hour and a half because you never know, but seems pretty slow. I just don't know how much deer activity there is in this spot.
Been very slow. Again. After the turkeys flew down and those 3 does came by right at first light. Not a peep, nothing. My patience is pretty well gone, I think, so I am gonna climb down and go back to the little ranch house. Go try to shoot some pheasants. That sounds more appealing to me right now than sitting in a stand that has no movement, no activity. I'd rather get out, walk around. Whitetail hunting is hard in a different way. Sitting in a stand is almost more difficult than western big game hunting and having to hike around in the hills and stuff. I would rather go for a hike, carry heavy loads and climb elevation than sit in a tree stand for 8 hours in a day. So for those of you that whitetail hunt and you do this often, kudos to you. And I'm obviously not very good in a tree stand because yesterday I dropped my bow and I just about lost my pack. More reason to go pheasant hunt.
We are getting back after it for a little afternoon hunt. Hey, check out those turkeys. There's a...
See, they're everywhere.
Yeah, wow, look, they're all coming up.
Those are the ones that...
Holy crap, there's a whole bunch. Yeah, Brian saw a whole What do you call a bunch of turkeys?
Flock.
Yeah,
They're all,
had a brain fart.
they're all jakes.
Really? There's a whole flock of jakes over there. But we were gonna go do a little afternoon hunt because this morning was super slow. Brian saw a couple does. I didn't see any deer today. So we're gonna get after it. We really don't know what to do because the stands have been slow, so we're gonna do what we do best, and that's glass, look around for sign, check tracks, just kind of get familiar with some of this land because look at this wide open country.
There are like 20 turkeys. They are, every single one of them
Are they?
is a jake or a
Here,
tom.
yeah, check out. You guys probably won't be able to see them, but they're out in that corn stubble. What's the plan, B-Mac?
See, we gotta just find a deer with some antlers. That would be a good start. We can do that. Life is better. Can't take the Western hunter out of the Western guys, I guess. What do we end up doing? Glassing and hiking around for whitetails.
That did not take very long at all. I went to go set up on the bush that Eric and I were gonna do, and I jumped a small little buck, the first buck we've seen. He was bedded, and like 4 hen pheasant flushed, and then 2 roosters flushed cackling, and that buck was bedded in the same patch of brush as those pheasants. Super crazy. This mule deer buck, I think, is looking at me. Let's see if you can maybe see it. I'll try to zoom in. Kind of see him right there, guys. He's right there.
We've got 5 white-tailed does and probably about 10 mule deer, 2 of them being bucks. One of them is like right there.
He's bedded in a good spot to have some fun with. We cannot shoot a mule deer with a stick, but doesn't mean we can't stalk it.
We need practice. We might do a spot and stalk hunt tomorrow out here for whitetails, so we're gonna see how close we can get to this buck. This buck, it's bedded right over the top. It'll be straight across in a little pile of brush.
How close do you think we're gonna get?
Probably 70 or 80.
We'll see. We'll see how close we get.
Let's go. Hey. Left. Eric, you guessed very well. 78 yards on the nose. I'm gonna get you guys closer. So dead. Holy crap. It's like 40 yards. That's just how easy it could be right there. Put a stalk on a buck. 30, 40 yards, something like that. That was cool.
Just found our first shooter whitetail just last month. Looks like a sweet 8-point, from what I could tell. The deer are starting to pop out of the woodwork here as we're getting closer to last light, but
can go get some video of them, and even better, sneak in on them. Which is probably unlikely, but we're gonna give it a shot. Once we started glassing, kind of doing our thing that we are comfortable doing, literally started finding deer out of the woodwork. They like these brush patches. I don't know what kind of brush it is, but they literally crawl inside of it, and that's where they've been popping out of. We finally found the zone where all the deer were. There's at least 2 bucks that I'd shoot. Another third smaller one, and there's a bunch of does with them, so we've got a little bit of time left. I'm gonna try this spot and stalk unconventional whitetail hunting technique. The wind's pretty good, it's just gonna lay down, but I'm just gonna try to get close, maybe grunt, I don't know. It's gonna be really hard, man. This stuff is so noisy. The wind was going really good for a while, but it's pretty calm now that the sun's almost down. And there's so many deer, there's does running all over the place. A lot of eyeballs. I'm gonna see if I can get you guys the footage here. These bucks are right in these trees, right there. And there's does filtering down here. I'm gonna see if I can keep sneaking in there, but it's gonna be hard with all those eyeballs. Kind of like I suspected that was going to be a challenge. I ran out of cover, and then there were so many does. I was just busted from the get-go. So they didn't blow out, but there was a stud in there in this big patch of looks like aspen trees. He was a freaking brute. Eric said he thought he saw a good one walking the trees. By far the biggest buck in there, and absolutely something that would be either of us would be really excited to get out here. I wish we had a tree stand set up in that patch of aspens, because it provides a ton of cover out here in this really open country, and that obviously was where those deer were congregated. If you could slide in there first thing in the morning, maybe before they bed down, that would be a sweet spot. So, got it marked, but what a cool night. We finally found deer. That's why we had to mix it up tonight. Get a little western, as in like western hunter, you know. Glassing, spotting, stalking. Definitely fun though. Hopefully tomorrow brings more opportunities with whitetail bucks.